Alright guys, how's it going? So we're going to be talking about a couple updates that we're going to be doing with the channel, and then we're going to go into one of our first walkabout videos of Rebel Outdoors YouTube channel. So that also being said, this video of the walkabout has nothing to do with the big subject about this video as well. They're actually both big subjects, but the other big subject on the video, which we're going to talk about right now. So what we're going to be doing is a name change, and it's, again, like I said, it has nothing to do with Rebel Outdoors. There's actually a manufacturer company who does merchandise that has a trademark, and when I first designed Rebel Overland, I wasn't expecting to be selling merch and selling products and stuff like that. But where I want to gear the brand, I kind of want to make sure I have a clean slate. I own a bunch of trademarks, and I know I've had to go after people for infringing on my trademarks, and I know how much it can get expensive. So out of respect to the company that's got the trademark, I'm just going to change my name before it becomes a problem. So right now it's not a problem because we're not really selling anything like product. So, but because I want to sell product, I would be infringing probably on a trademark. Now I could try and get away, maybe they might not get a problem with it, but if I know that they have the trademark and I continue on and they do have a problem with it, they physically could probably come after me, and then I owe them basically all the money I made. So yeah, I don't want to play with that. So the new name of the channel is going to be called Untamed Badlands. The reason why we went with that is because of the content and the stuff that we're going to be doing on the YouTube channel, and it leaves us more of a broad spectrum of being able to use different type of content on the channel. For instance, I want to do a lot of hunting trips, which hunting and overland can go together, which we've talked about with the Rebel Overland content in the past. So we're going to be doing that. As you can see, not the best at the pointing. The rifle that was sitting up there is now missing because we went on a hunt the other night and I got to clean it. Didn't get anything though. We went out for hogs basically. So went out with a new buddy of mine. He does hog hunting. I wanted to go with the rifle. I'm not sure if I'm going to be into the way he hog hunts. He uses dogs and a knife. I am a dog trainer. Everybody think that would be cool for me to do. But I've also seen where dogs get seriously injured with, versus hogs, and I just don't think I have it to see a dog get hurt like that. So yeah, I'd rather just pew pew from a distance. So, but we also want to be adding like other type of things to the channel, like shooting. I want to get into long distance marksmanship. I want to get into pistol marksmanship. I just want to get better in also learning the new tactics that's been out since I've been in the military, got out of the military, excuse me. So I want to learn those new tactics and, the new drills and stuff that everybody uses. I'm old school. Even you'll see it when I work dogs. People like to do all this showy stuff with dogs as well, like putting the dog between the legs and doing all this crazy stuff, and it's like there's no point to that. It's actually more dangerous for the dog and you, especially if you have a gun and you're moving with the dog in between your legs. If you trip and fall, you could either shoot your dog, shoot your battle buddy, whatever. So those are things that we're going to be bringing to the channel as well. Basically all outdoor stuff. We do have trips planned. I'm in the process of planning some fishing trips for not your typical fishing trips though. I'm going to be working with Untamed Overland. Yes, Untamed Badlands, Untamed Overland. I am one of the people that run it. So they thought it would have been cool if I threw the word Untamed in my brand to kind of max them together. So we went with it. So Untamed Overland is going to be doing some events and stuff. Like there's going to be, we're planning, just so you guys know, a overland beach outing or trip basically down in Corpus. We are working on a overland rally. We have yet, it's going to be 10 rigs for that. We were supposed to do the Yeti Overland Escape, which it got nixed with like all the COVID outbreaks and the numbers getting high. So we're going to start planning it for next year. Hopefully by then COVID's gone. So there's a lot of things coming on with that as well. If you guys don't know anything about Untamed, I will drop a link to that below. So basically that's kind of one of the biggest updates that we got going on. So start staying tuned. We're in the process of getting the logo made for the new brand. I feel like it's going to be even better than Rebel Overland's logo, and I really like that logo as well. We might even Easter egg the old logo in the new one. Haven't figured if we could do that. So a lot is going to happen in the next few days. I am going to, just anybody that watches this, if you're going to the More Expo in February, I will be there. Won't be putting my truck on display. It'll be parked outside. There's no room for my monstrosity, and they're pretty much full. It was kind of a last minute deal, so I'm just going to go in and pay a visit. I will also be going to the Overland Expo in Salt Lake City in June. I don't know the exact dates. Once I get them, I'll post them down below as well. I'll even put the More Expo it's in Springfield, Missouri on Valentine's weekend. They're also doing some convoy, scenic convoy on the way there as well. So a lot going on, but enough about what's going on. Let's watch some cool content. We're gonna go now hop into the walk around video of the Rebel Outdoors YouTube channel. They have a 2017 Ram Rebel truck, hence the name, which there's talk that that truck might be disappearing. So little flash news for people. So let's get started into that video, and you all, if I don't see you guys when we get back, I will see you soon.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is going to be a walk around of my 2017 Mojave Sam Ram Rebel. So starting off, we're going to go over the suspension, the wheels, and the tires. So with this being on a 4-corner air suspension air ride system from Ram, I kind of was very limited on what I could do. So I went with the AEV 4-inch dual sport lift for the air ride. Still rides absolutely amazing. I love it. I have the 18-inch Mesa wheels from AEV that I believe they no longer make, wrapped around some 35-inch KO2 from BF Goodrich. Phenomenal tire kit. Before this had Toyos, but so far I'm absolutely loving the KO2s. Alright, so underneath the hood there's not too much crazy. Of course, we do have the 5.7 liter V8 Hemi underneath the hood. Next, moving on, we have the Heretic Studios. These are the Quattro lights, amber and ambers obviously up front. Next, we have some ditch lights. These are from Aux Beams. It's just some cheap lights. I do eventually plan to kit the entire truck out with lights from Heretic Studios. Alright, so up top I have a Princer roof rack. I did install this roof rack. Nothing too crazy going on here. I just have my cheap light bar up front. Have a CVT 79-inch awning. This is one of them that just goes straight out. Have a set of Max Tracks up here, 3.5 gallon Rotopacks, and then this case from Hardig's. Alright, so moving on to the back of the truck. This truck is equipped with the Ram box system, which I absolutely love. It's really helpful to have. On top of here, I do have a Diamondback HD. This is a big boy model. It can hold 1,600 pounds. Absolutely love this bed cover. Sitting on top of the Diamondback is some racks, which is actually meant for a van. It's a 54-inch, I believe it is, universal van rack. This is what I have to mount my Mount Rainier tent from CVT, which we did take this to our Colorado Moab trip, and it got pretty cold. The tent did really well. I was super satisfied with it. I have a whole in-depth review of all of this stuff in the back end of my truck on my channel, so I will be sure to link that in the description for you guys. Alright, so inside there's nothing crazy going on. I do have some seat covers from Camo Covers. I absolutely love these things. Must have, especially if you have dogs. I have all my switches down here. I know it's kind of a mess. I'm currently working on getting an S-Pod or a Switch Pro panel to fix all this up as well for when I add more stuff. I do have a little magnetic mount down here for my Glock 19X or whatever handgun I'm carrying at the time. And then down here between my legs I do have a couple extra magazines for rifle, handguns, as well as a seatbelt cutter. Up top I do have a Ram Tracks mount for obviously my phone. You can mount GPS, radio, Switch Pro panel, anything you want. These tracks are really universal. And the cool thing is these little Ram balls work with the track system as well as my roof rack. Alright, so on the back of these seat covers I have an IFAK, a seatbelt cutter, in these pouches just a couple little miscellaneous things. You can use these as little rifle scavels, so you can have two rifles going across, or shotguns, whatever you prefer. Just a couple magazine holsters, again, some more stuff in here, and binos, just for if we're out scouting about or doing whatever. The back seat covers do have these mully panels. One thing that is really cool about these Ram trucks is underneath the front two floor mats, there are little bins, little storage bins that you can take in and out. Another cool feature, which is great, especially if I have the dogs or a lot of equipment, so I can move these up, and I can have this whole bed become flat. Alright, so that concludes the walk around of my Ram Rebel. I have a lot more in-depth videos on my channel if you want to check those out. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.